Hey y'all, happy Monday. Today I have a fun, short and sweet video for you. Over the weekend, I was lounging about with my husband and my schnauzers, just doing our thing, eating wings and watching Netflix because of course. And I was watching one of my favorite shows. More to come on that later. But while I'm watching, I happen to be taking the biggest bite of the juiciest buffalo wing, and I happen to hear not one, but two name drops of the Sussexes. And as soon as they dropped their names, why did my husband sit up and look at me? Like I have somebody to go and tell. Like I'm going to get on the mic and be like, hey, y'all, alert, alert, get over to Netflix right now. But isn't that what I'm doing right now? But anyway, he looks over at me and he was like, write that down. Write down that episode. You have to talk about it in case no one else has seen it. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure thousands of people have seen it, but I don't mind talking about it. So today I'm going to chat about that really fun moment and the funny story where Harry and Meghan were name dropped in this show. It is a fictional show, so the story is fake, but it was hilarious. And then afterwards, I wanted to take a little walk down memory lane because hearing that fictional story in the show brought back a very real story that I wanted to revisit. So I did, and I wanted to share that with you. All that and more, so let's get started. Thank you so much for clicking on my video, and if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be sharing a story of Netflix showing Harry and Meghan a little more love, as always, and name dropping them in another one of their shows. It was a funny little story that they shared, so I thought you guys would enjoy it. And then we're going to take a walk down memory lane, but before we do, if you haven't already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and please don't forget to share so that more people can find us. Over the weekend, season 2 of Nobody Wants This debuted on Netflix. I have been waiting for quite some time for this, so I was all ready to binge it. I bought my wings, my french fries, my snacks, my soda, and I sat down to have a good time. And in the middle of watching and binging season 2, I literally did not move from that couch for like 5 consecutive episodes. I'm so ashamed. But while watching, they name dropped Harry and Meghan, so I thought you guys would enjoy seeing this very funny little story. Now, I have to go down memory lane afterwards because it definitely brought up some things that I wanted to revisit from Harry and Meghan's docuseries, but I did think you guys would enjoy the story just as much as I did. It's utterly ridiculous, but it's tongue-in-cheek and all in good fun, and I just thought it was so funny.
Don't. And I did tell you my therapist was in love with me many times.
Am I supposed to believe everything you say? According to you, you could have been Meghan Markle.
I said I saw Prince Harry at a bar and there was a vibe, okay? And there was a vibe.
Ma'am, I need you to get so serious right now. A vibe. I would pay big money to see Harry and Meghan's reaction to that little name drop because, ma'am, get serious. Now, I have to say, throughout the show, she's my favorite character. And throughout the show, she is a hot mess express. But she does have a very interesting inflated ego, and she happens to think everybody wants her. So this is par for the course, but I did not expect Harry to get swooped up in that mess. And for what it's worth, nobody believed her, clearly. But I just thought that was so funny because, ma'am, even if, listen, it's clearly a fake story, but even if that were true and he had vibes, that wouldn't have made you Meghan Markle. Like she was already her, whether Harry came in the picture or not. But that was just so funny to me. And then secondly, and I feel like this cannot be overstated, we have seen, or at least we have heard, how Harry reacts when he catches a vibe with someone. I'm gonna guess if this ever did happen with him and anyone else, I'm sure he's seen people in places, retail stores and bars and clubs and all kind of stuff before, and I'm pretty sure he's made eye contact with people. But we've seen and we've heard him describe what happens when you catch a vibe with Harry. He is quite an intentional man. So if he did not pursue you, I'm going to bet the vibe was one-sided. And you know what? I'm not going to hate on you. Harry is a very handsome man. And listen, you are allowed to live in your delusion, and your sister is allowed to check you on it. But that did bring up something for me. Harry did catch a vibe with someone, and I thought you guys would enjoy hearing them tell that story again.
Meghan and I met in July of 2016.
I had a career, I had my life, I had my path, and then came age. I mean, he literally, talk about a plot twist.
I was scrolling through my feed and someone who was a friend had this video of the two of them. That was the first thing I was like, who is that?
This is ridiculous.
And then we got each other's numbers. We were just constantly in touch. Like, well, let's meet.
You were late. And I couldn't understand why he would be late.
I walked in a
He was
hot,
just so
sweaty,
sweet.
red ball of mesh. She's like, oh, that's
he's
not, that's not what you want.
That's not what you
I'm
are.
so
You genuinely
sorry.
were like so embarrassed and late. Just so refreshingly fun. And that was the thing. We were like childlike together.
We had a great chat for about an hour.
And then I called him that evening and I was like, look, I'm leaving the day after tomorrow. Do you want to grab dinner tomorrow night? And I'm sure he thought it was so forward and American. I what? I what?
You were late. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Not half an hour.
No, like 5. I mean,
A few minutes.
yeah.
But you were quite flustered. It was
I
fine.
hate being late.
I was like, you could be as late as you want. I ain't moving. I want to see you again.
Yeah, I think that's a better depiction of what it's like when Prince Harry catches a vibe. But anyway, I thought it would be fun to revisit that story, as well as listen to them tell it. I enjoyed hearing them tell it on Harry and Meghan the docuseries, but I genuinely, thoroughly enjoyed hearing it in Spare because of the detail. It lasted for a while because Prince Harry did not leave any stone unturned. And if you have the audiobook, you actually hear him reading the story, but you hear him telling the story and you could actually hear all the emotions kind of coming back as he's reading it. He read that whole book with so much passion and you can actually hear some of the things that he's talking about resonate in his inflection and in his tone. And that was one of the parts of the book where you could truly hear like him emotionally connecting to the story. That's why I always recommend, even if you have the physical copy, that's awesome. But if you can purchase the audio or the audible version of Spare, it is a whole different experience. I actually read the book first and then I listened to the audible version, and it is a whole different experience. Same information, it's just, it feels like you're more connected to the story and it feels like you have more of an understanding of every aspect hearing Harry tell it. So I highly recommend listening to the audiobook if you have not already. Anyway, I thought you guys would enjoy that. That is all I have for you guys today. As you know, at the end of this week, we will be beginning our recap of Nobody's Girl by Virginia Giuffre. I will still be uploading videos about Harry and Meghan, of course, but I do want to include that. So you'll be getting some additional videos this week once we start that recap. And I will be omitting or just kind of reframing anything that is hard to digest so that we can get the information without having to have really difficult experiences listening to it, because I don't want to traumatize the audience here. I want you to have the information, but I don't want you to get bogged down. And then if you want to get more in depth, I highly recommend just buying the book yourself as well and just reading along, and you can hear exactly what happened in Virginia Giuffre's own words. I'm just going to be giving a recap and my thoughts on the recap as we go segment by segment. But anyway, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have not already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and please don't forget to share so that more people can find us. Also this week, it's kind of bittersweet. I am going to be renaming my channel. Although my channel is named after me, it has become abundantly clear that as I move closer to my career and opening my own mental health practice, I think it would be best if I start the process now of depersonalizing my YouTube, because I do share some heavy and some strong opinions. And while I stand by everything I say, I don't want any of my future patients, future colleagues, or any of my future bosses to have any reason to meet me with preconceived notions. And I can get pretty passionate, and I like to cuss. So, no, I don't like to cuss. I just happen to cuss because I'm from the country. But I do think it's best to depersonalize my channel. So I will be renaming it. It'll still be the same content, but I just won't name it SharionSade. I want to name it something else. So I wanted to give members, if you're a member of Patreon or a member here on the channel, I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to be part of the not even the forming, but the transition or the changing of my channel. I wanted to have you and your fingerprints on it as well. I mean, you guys, this is just as much your channel as it is mine. We come here to commune and have our kitchen table talk and we gab. And you guys are a big part of the channel. Some people know your names more than they know mine when you're here. Like, so I wanted to take this opportunity to let you guys be part of the thread of the channel, and of course I will credit you. So if you have any recommendations for a depersonalized name for this channel as it transitions in a couple of months, if you are interested in submitting a suggestion that we will later vote on in a poll, then please feel free to submit that via comment, or if you want to email me at hellosharion@gmail.com, you can, or put it under any of the member videos in a comment. You're more than welcome to do that. So members, give me your suggestions for, if you want to, give me suggestions for the new name of the channel that is depersonalized, no more SharionSade, because my name will be attached to other things, and I definitely don't want to merge the two. I want to keep my commentary life away from my practicing life, and I think that's fair to my future clients or patients or whatever direction we end up going in. But I want to make sure that this world stays in its own little pocket and we get to keep having fun no matter what happens in my own personal life. And the only way to do that ethically is to make sure that I am pulling back from things that might give people a different perspective of me or image of me, or that I don't want anyone to make assumptions. But anyway, so if you have a suggestion, members, don't forget to leave that if you want to be involved. And then I will pick the top 5 or maybe even 10. And then we can use a poll and everyone can vote. And then at the top of the year, I will announce which one we decided to go with. I'm actually really excited. I love changing my channel up from time to time, especially during the new year. Every year I typically change like the look and the feel of the channel, not the content necessarily. I try to improve the content and the editing every year, or as much as I can. But every year around the new year, I love taking that time between Thanksgiving and Christmas, or Thanksgiving and New Year's, to really change the visual so that it kind of keeps it fresh and fun. And then what I've been doing is looking back, and you can genuinely see the phases of this channel through the thumbnails, and those earlier thumbnails, y'all, we've come a long way. They were bad. They were real bad. I'm surprised y'all even found this channel. Those thumbnails were terrible. But you know what? I did my best and y'all rocked with me. So thank you. But anyway, if you want to be involved and submit your recommendation, I would really appreciate that. That's all I have. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.